gehen wir rein, wa? Sound noch an, Böp und Abfahrt. Nice, Junge. Mehr Grün im Hintergrund, bitte.
Hello everyone, welcome to WoWCast. Today we're going to talk about our next major content update, Guardians of the Dream. And I have two special guests here with me today. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Taylor Sanders. I'm an encounter designer on the World of Warcraft team.
And I'm Ann Stickney. I'm a senior narrative designer on the World of Warcraft team.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Erzähldesigner.
What is coming with Guardians of the Dream?
Yeah, so Guardians of the Dream is a huge content update. We have a new outdoor zone, the Emerald Dream itself, right, that we're going to be traveling to. We have a new raid. We have new public events within the outdoor zone itself. And then also Season 3 will be launching as well.
Cool.
So we just finished up Fractures in Time. Can you tell us what's next? What are we going to expect in this major
Wenig überraschend, aber cool.
Well, with Fractures in Time, we kind of wrapped up the story of the Bronze Dragonflight, and we also saw Iridikron take off for parts unknown. One person that we haven't seen since Zeralet Caverns is Farok. We get to catch up with him here. More importantly, what's going on is that Yggdrasil, that tree, the seed that Tyrande took from the Shadowlands, she's planted it, it's been growing in the Emerald Dream, and it's about to cross over. It's a very powerful tree. We're not the only ones interested in it.
Of course not.
So,
Can't be that easy.
Of course not. No, it can't be that. It's never that easy. So
Ja,
turns out
ehrlich.
Rock's kind of interested in this tree, and he's got some friends that he's bringing along with him.
We finally enter the portal into the Emerald Dream. What does it look like? What can we
Fancy.
expect?
First off, we're finally going to the Emerald Dream, right? And we've seen like bits and pieces of it since like what?
Einfach
Yeah, since,
Ardenwald in
I don't know,
Grün.
back in the classic days when the game was first kind of released.
Druids. Yeah, with the Druids. And then I think more recently, the Emerald Nightmare raid back in Legion, right? But we've always visited these little pockets. And in Guardians of the Dream, we get to visit like an actual section of the dream. The Emerald Dream itself is a reflection of the wild world. So it's green, it's overgrown, it's beautiful, there's
Da
stuff
war aber
moving
schon
all over
Feuer
the
auf der
place,
Map.
But also, we aren't the only ones interested in that tree. Farok is there, and he's got some allies with him. So
Oh.
the place is, while part of it is, overgrown, wild, beautiful, blooming, there's also parts of it where Farok's forces have hit this place. It's a war-torn landscape, right? It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but we're there to fix it and make sure that Farok doesn't get what he wants. If you are familiar with lore, we're going to the Eye of Ysera, and it's a place that has been mentioned in lore for a very long time. We've never been there. It's the center of the Emerald Dream. Not literally, figuratively. So the Eye of Ysera focuses on the areas of the dream that are They need the most attention from the Green Dragonflight. And in Guardians of the Dream, it's Yggdrasil.
Schick.
Obviously, we want to help bring this tree from the Emerald Dream into Azeroth.
The outdoor area that we have, releasing with our content update is just absolutely gorgeous. The art team has really outdone themselves yet again.
Ja, Art-Team
And
ist
seeing
immer
the Emerald
big.
Dream in all of its glory, right? As players get to explore finally like an actual zone that represents sort of all of the incredible sort of artistic influence of the Emerald Dream, and we're going to see tons of great characters that we kind of know and love that are related to the Emerald Dream itself.
So in this new zone, there's a new raid.
Und mal
Tell us more
Furion
about the new
pennt, Junge.
Yeah, so one of the
Scheiße.
sort of war-torn places within the Emerald Dream is our new raid, Yggdrasil, the Dream's Hope. This is a 9-boss raid where players get to explore one of the most interesting places within the Emerald Dream. The story here starts at Wellspring Temple, which is sort of a place within the Emerald Dream that's feeding Yggdrasil, this world tree, all of its kind of energy and life force. It's nurturing the tree. It's a very important place to Farok and his designs on the Emerald Dream and what he wants to sort of achieve here. One wing of the temple is untouched by Farok and his allies for now and represents sort of the wild nature of the Emerald Dream. There are defenders of the temple here who are natural to the dream, and one of those defenders is our wing boss for that section, Nimue, Weaver of the Cycle. So when players enter Nimue's chamber, it's this beautiful sanctum
Richtig
that really
cooles
represents sort of the Emerald Dream in its most pure form. On the floor of the chamber, Nimue is ordering the weave of the Emerald Dream itself. sort of represent the act of creating things with the Emerald Dream and defending it and protecting it. In the other wing of our raid, this is a wing that's been destroyed by Farak and his molten allies.
Snakey Snake.
Smolderon sits at the end of this wing, the Fire Lord himself, and fire has sort of poured through this portal.
Wait, is this Zeus Legion?
Fireland sort of screaming, into the temple itself. So
What?
we're gonna see all the destruction that has wrought.
Von der Shami-Campaign.
And be able to fight Smolderon right at the end of that wing. Another encounter we have within the raid is Tendril Sage Swift, who is one of the leaders of the Druid of the Flame.
Yeah,
Wow.
Druids of the Flame, basically the last time we saw them was in Cataclysm when we defeated Vandral Staghelm. But they've been planning this kind of resurgence, and with the burning of Teldrassil, they've been able to recruit a lot more willing people to go along with their plans.
The exciting thing about this encounter is that finally we'll get to Dragon Ride within a raid encounter
Nein.
In Dragonflight. So this is incredibly a cool opportunity to be able to jump on Dragonback with all of your friends that you're raiding with and pursue Tendril as he sort of like flies around Yggdrasil, right?
What?
Banking through fireballs and
Nein.
stuff during combat. So it's gonna be really exciting.
No way.
Amazing.
Bitte löscht den Kampf im LFR. Bitte löscht ihn direkt.
But mechanically,
Yeah.
we need people to test it out. We just
Ey, das
need
war ein
people to
Meme.
test it
Yeah, the
out.
future
Okay,
is
sie
so
wissen
long.
selber nicht, wo das enden soll. Ehre.
Of course, I mean, we can't forget
Oh, yeah.
Farak.
Yo.
Finally.
Yeah, the reason
Finally.
Spicy, nasty boy.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to beat him up.
he's here in the Emerald Dream, and
Oh,
the
God.
raid will end with a showdown against the Fire Incarnate.
Und
himself.
Fyrak Endboss.
Is there any juicy rewards in the raid?
Big.
So much as in other raids during Dragonflight, players can expect some new armor sets that they can earn.
Oh, damn,
that
son.
are Sort of class.
Wow,
themed,
was ist der Hut?
But also have a touch of the Emerald Dream to them, right?
They're
there's
beautiful.
The art is absolutely incredible for
I
these,
need them.
new sets within the raid. So they can expect new sets to earn that'll each have class bonuses
Cool
on
bonuses,
them.
yeah.
I'm really excited to get
Ooh, Hexer, huh?
I
for my
love,
characters.
I love collecting the sets too.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting our hands on something,
Old Edgy.
Farak's got something really tasty for us to get our hands on.
Ah,
Ich brauche es
We
jetzt.
have a new legendary weapon coming in
Okay.
Guardians
Weapon?
of the Dream. This is going
Yeah,
to be a
man.
axe that players can earn. They'll have to keep the rear to the ground exactly. on how to get their hands on it. But yeah, it's a really powerful weapon wielded by Farak himself.
what?
It's called Firlath the Dream Render. We've been
Alter.
listening to feedback from the Embers of Neltharion update, and we hope we can provide something that players really feel like they can earn the axe over time and feel really rewarded for their time in the raid.
so we spoke
Yo.
about the amazing
Shadowborn
raid and the beautiful
2.
zone of the Emerald Dream. What other things can we expect in Guardians of the Dream?
Oh, wie
So we've got
schön.
something really unique coming to Guardians of the Dream. It's not just one public event, it's three
Von
of them.
Fyrak
And they feed
selber.
into each other in this kind of cyclical
Geil.
sort of wilderness nature kind of thing. There's three different events. First one is the Super Bloom, and that one is, if you've ever played Overwatch, it's like protecting the payload, right? Okay, so you've got this ancient who's going through and he's trying to, bloom the dream, and you have to help him out by defending him from things and helping him get things, that kind of stuff. When that's done, it triggers the second public event called the Emerald Frenzy, and it's a farming kind of public event where wilderness has kind of gotten out of control. So you go through, you're farming everything, and it's dropping currency, it's dropping seeds left and right. The more people that are in it, the more stuff you get, and it's just a grab. So that feeds into the Emerald Bounty. And with the Emerald Bounty, it's a fostering event, right? So all around the Emerald Dream, there's piles of dirt. You can take those seeds that you gathered and plant them in the dirt. Over the course of 5 minutes, it'll grow into a sprout. And the more people that show up and feed that sprout and nurture that sprout, the bigger it'll get. When it blooms after that 5 minutes, you get to loot it for cool stuff.
I love cool stuff. Can you tell us more about the new Renown faction in this
Yes,
patch?
Of course. We've got the Dream Wardens. I mean, we're going into the Emerald Dream, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Emerald Dream is full of creatures that live there. And they also have a vested interest in protecting Yggdrasil, so they've decided to go ahead and team up with us. But it's composed of those creatures from the Emerald Dream. So you've got keepers, you've got dryads, you've got Druids, obviously, you've got the green dragonflight, you've got rune bears. They're new. They're very cool.
Yeah.
And they've all come together to just kind of like help us out. And obviously, as with any renown that we've got, there are some really cool rewards involved.
Nice.
As you increase your reputation with these guys. I need to level my druid alt.
Die Designs sind sehr geil.
Yes, Druid Heaven.
Anne and I both played druids, way back in 2004. So I think we're particularly excited to interact with this faction. I think we've never seen before in WoW these like types of characters that are really reminiscent of like Warcraft 3 and like Night Elf and Druid lore. So it's going to be very exciting to interact with a lot of those creatures and characters that I associate with like my first character ever.
So as we're dragon riding through this new zone, is there new dragon riding anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alter, was war die Eule?
Players will be able to dragon ride through the Emerald Dream from day one, which is really a treat with all the incredible art that is within the zone just in itself.
You want to walk that zone.
Yeah, exactly, right? I want to swoop under branches and along the rivers and through that environment. They're also going to be able to collect new glyphs that are hidden around the zone and some new transmog appearances. There's a new dragon riding, appearance and a new dragon riding mounts. So
no way.
A lot there
What?
For players who are interested in dragon
Ah, look at
riding
him.
during Dragonflight.
I'm all about collecting customization, especially for my dragons.
Oh
so I'm
God,
super
die
excited about that.
Farms.
Yeah, there's a lot there for players who enjoy that. There's also a new active ability that players will be able to earn, with their glyphs called Second Wind, that allows them to sort of like regain vigor instantly.
Ooh.
So they can gain a little bit more speed. There's new dragon riding races where they can try to, try their skills at that with some of these new abilities that they'll earn. And yeah, we're just excited to see how players enjoy zooming through the skies in the Emerald Dream itself.
That sounds handy for that dragon riding encounter too.
Yes.
So you may want to collect your glyphs right away.
Practice. Just practice.
Yeah, get some practice in.
And there's going to be a new season. Can you tell us more about what the season will be?
Yeah, absolutely. So season 3 will
Aber
start with
richtig cool
Guardians of the
bisher,
Dream,
Mann.
and with it
Ultra
becomes
Bock.
a new Mythic Plus map pool. So we have 8 new dungeons that are arriving for players to
Okay.
enjoy in Mythic Plus.
Atall?
Among these are some dungeons
Thron.
that are appearing for the first time in Mythic Plus that we're really excited about. We had our mega dungeon, that players have really been enjoying from the Dawn
Spannend.
of the Infinite update.
Yes.
And we're splitting that into 2 separate dungeons for players to enjoy in Mythic Plus. We also have 2 dungeons included in the map pool that really fit the theme of the wild nature of the Emerald Dream. The first is the Everbloom, which we last saw sort of in a challenge mode format. And the second is Darkheart Thicket, which we last enjoyed during Legion.
Passend.
Which has a really druidic theme, right? As we sort of like venture into the beginnings of the Emerald Nightmare and that story back at that time. So we're excited to get players in there and see if the routes have changed since the last time they were in those
That's true.
dungeons. For each new season, we like to have a mix of dungeons that are more linear, but also mix that up with dungeons that are more open, like Atall Dazar, and Waycrest Manor in a way, to try to keep some variety in there. And players who enjoy routing can have some options, to really like sink their teeth into.
There's going to be, of course, Mythic Plus new rewards.
Yeah.
Was sind eigentlich die Bücher
Is
da?
there anything else?
Kennen
for
wir
the new
die?
season?
Yeah, there'll be a new season of PvP rewards. So
Good.
new cosmetic rewards for players to achieve in Battlegrounds.
Damn, die
Working on
Farbe,
Gladiator
cool.
When it comes out, get
Yep.
that fancy new mount.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So everyone wants to know, when is the PTR going to happen?
Yeah, so the PTR will be coming this week.
Diese
We'll be on
Woche,
the PTR.
PTR.
Anne and I will be running around, and we would like to see players in there with us enjoying the new content that we have.
Thank you both so much for hanging out and talking about
Wow,
Guardians of the Dream with
das
me.
war big.
And thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Oh, Roadmap Agents. Ey, krass. Junge, ich hab so Bock. Es war so eine Reizüberflutung einfach. Ne? Es war so eine Reizüberflutung. Damn, son. Als ob das Leggy eine Axt ist von Fyrak selber. Mountskin, Nether-Drachenfarben, Feendrache und Fyrak war auch ein Skin selber wieder, ne? Wow! Also, das ist ja nur ein Teil, ne? Aber wow! Blood Elf Customizations. Oh, wait a minute. Kein 4. Draktyr-Spec. Wow. Okay. Und Class Talents Updates Rogue und Demon Hunter. Okay, wer benutzt denn Zweihand-Äxte? Ich auf meinem DK. Ne, einige Äxte, ne? Pala, Vari, DK. In der Richtung, das geht schon gut nach vorne. Also ich habe ultra Bock. Das war eine richtig schöne Präsentation. Die Leute hatten richtig Bock, auch im Video wieder. Die Erzähltante, die hätte bestimmt noch 3 Stunden durchziehen können, Junge. Fand ich richtig gut. Und die Optik ist schön. Die Sets habe ich direkt wieder Bock drauf, Junge. Fyrak Endboss, das wird richtig Big Lore. Legifarm Skins. Ja, im Grunde alles, was wir auch irgendwie kennen, ja. Das Rad wurde wieder nicht neu erfunden, aber es hat eine schicke neue Farbe. Das mag ich eigentlich ganz gern. Dazu ein paar neue Ausschmückungen mit Events und. Ich glaube, das wird fett. Ich habe richtig Bock. Und wir müssen noch ein bisschen warten, aber scheiße hab ich Bock. Feuerbad mit dem 5. Monat am Stissel. Dankeschön. Wen habe ich denn jetzt alles übersehen? Oh Gott, bestimmt einfach alle. Ich habe einfach alle übersehen.